Hey, how you guys doing today? Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Whenever you guys are checking in, you already know how I feel about it. I'm blessed and grateful that you're here. And I just want to give you some greetings and salutations. You in tune with C, the owner of Techbot Customs, and today I want to talk about this little piece of equipment right here. This is my everyday print workhorse. I actually got two of these. I got one, ran a firmware update on it, and it started not recognizing my cartridges. And I'm gonna get into this like real early. I spoke about it in the last video, probably, yeah, I believe it was the last video. I spoke about that, about how some printers you gotta have like a backdoor access key, you gotta have the passcodes, you gotta have the ink up, down, left, right, you know what I'm saying, to be able to put your code in and do what you got to do. And this is one of those machines that I do that. I actually use the original cartridges for this machine over and over and over and over and over. And I buy ink. I showed you guys in the last video. If you refer to the last video, you'll be able to know exactly what I'm talking about. But I buy ink by like the liters, because I do tons of prints in my company and stuff. And you can take one of these printers now. This printer, when I purchased it, I think I spent about, I want to say close to $500, because I got like, what did I get with this? I don't know what it was, but I do believe it was close to $500. But it was the new one that had came out at the time. Probably had this for a couple years, because like I say, I done bought another one, because the last one I had, and it's actually sitting right here on the floor. I'm not going to show it to you guys, but understand that I have another one sitting here, and I'm probably trying to get this away, and ain't nothing wrong with it. It just stopped registering my disc, which means that I would continue to have to buy cartridges, because I did the firmware thing. And if, you know, somebody ain't printing like me and you ain't got the backdoor key, it don't really matter. You can just continue to buy your cartridges. Jokers cost like $125 though to refill. Every time you need to get a set, it's like $125. And like the joints that I got, they like a liter. I get all 4 colors for like $125. And I refill for other print shops and other people. And it's just money in the bag, guys. This is what I'm trying to say. So you guys have to know how to diversify your portfolio. You might need to pick up another hat or something like that if you want to make some extra money. But like I say, this is why I keep these over here. I mean, these are the originals, so I don't have to worry about chips not reading. I don't have to worry about them breaking down or leaking or any of that stuff, dealing with like third-party cartridges, because they're originals. And like, I had to buy an extra set, and actually because I bought this one, I still had the set off that one, but when it actually tags that cartridge, so this is something that I'm gonna put you guys on a little piece of so if you do that firmware update and you ain't got the backdoor key and you trying to run your cartridges over and over and over, because you know the cost of ink will definitely kill you, and it registers that particular cartridge no good, it don't matter, man. You can put it in a new machine. That cartridge has been registered. Like, they got the software, man. They got something going on in these firmware updates and everything that stops these things from working. So you guys just got to be smart with it and stuff. So like I say, I got a printer that's right here on the floor, the exact same model. And the only reason why I stopped using it was because I did the firmware update. So I had to go out and purchase a brand new printer. And I ain't mad at it, man, because like I say, I run this joker like a workhorse. I use this printer to print my receipts, to do my copies. I run cheap copies on it, or like prints and flyers for people. I also run my cheap obituaries on it. Oh, and I also print my transfers, the one that actually print in Pigment ink. So that's what kind of printer this is. This is an office jet. This is an inkjet printer, but it's an office jet because it does like more than one thing. Yeah, I've been using this for a long time, so it's actually a favorite of mine, I guess, because of the print quality and they workhorses. I mean, you do have to swap them out eventually, but I mean, you get to run them for so long before they clunk out or the heads go bad, or you trying to convert them over to other things. So, but anyway, I think I was saying this is Pigment ink, and Pigment ink is water resistant ink. So this is good for like obituaries and those transfer shirts. So when you're doing transfer shirts, most of the time the recipe is going to call for a Pigment ink to be printed on the transfer, the one that do the light color transfers and the opaque color transfers. I believe they're kind of like printable vinyl. I mean, the dark one is, it's like a printable vinyl. The light one is like, it has some special stuff on it. You reverse that. So if you guys not familiar with transfers, when you're doing transfers and you're using the light color, you got to reverse that. If you're doing it opaque, you just print that out how it comes up out the machine. So boom. But yeah, you use your pigment ink because it's water resistant, which is very, very good for those transfer shirts. So when you're throwing them in the wash or whatever, they don't fade, they don't bleed on nothing else. Like, they good to go once you put it on that shirt. And for doing those obituaries, people crying, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to worry about them running on people. Because I used to print with some water-based ink in another computer that was the same brand. I used to use a water-based ink, and it wasn't too good on paper. Like, one drop, it was running. Same thing like sublimation ink. If you're doing sublimation and you get one speck on that joker, it's gonna show up in your print when you actually press that shirt. So you want to be really, really careful around those water-based inks. But definitely, the pigment ink is a water-resistant ink. So, you know, you guys just be able to do a whole lot more with it. So I wanted to show you guys something. Hold on for a second. This ain't got nothing to do with the printer, but you're gonna need this printer in your business, just because if you converted your printer over to do sublimation, you need an everyday printer now. And if you ain't got an everyday printer, you gonna be in trouble. Because sublimation ink only works for sublimation. If you guys didn't know that, you can't use sublimation ink to print documents. Like, I mean, you can, but it's gonna be faded and it's probably gonna run. If they carrying it in their hand, it's gonna smear on them and stuff like that. So don't use sublimation ink for nothing but doing sublimation, please. I used to do obituaries on those. Matter of fact, hold on, I probably can find that obituary real fast because we show this all the time. So this was actually printed on one of these type printers using the water-based ink, and just look at the quality on that joke. I don't know if y'all can see that, but this is a specialty paper. Like, man, this had them right here. Like, they really like this paper, like glossy. And I've had this program for probably, I don't even know, years. It's been sitting around. I've been showing it to customers. They come in, everybody handles it because they want to know what the thing is going to look like. And I'm not even using this paper no more. But if you got a water-based ink, if you buying ink off eBay and you buying it for your pigment printer, it might not be pigment ink, it might be water-based. You really got to read those labels and make sure that you're buying the right kind of ink. But look with the specialty paper, and they got it on there. You guys have to look it up and say, man, glossy paper for inkjet printers. You can find some on Amazon. You can find some at Office Depot or Office Max too. But this ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I just want to show off some stuff right quick. These some full color silk screen shirts. Look at that. Full color silk screen. It's this guy I was dealing with. I'm thinking about still doing some business with him. I told you guys a story about him doing like 600 shirts for me, and I needed another 100 shirts. I believe this is the shirt that he did. Yeah, look at the quality on that. This is silk screen, guys. This is not transfers. This is not sublimation. This is silk screen ink. Look at that. It look wonderful, don't it? Just bananas. This is on a next level shirt too. Ooh, Jesus. They did another one right here. Guess it ain't over to the fat lady sign. I don't know exactly where the camera is at or where it can show at. Oh yeah, you guys please forgive me if you hearing some background. It's because I'm getting my day going. I got the heat on and it's kind of blowing, so you hearing the heater actually working. So I be trying to get y'all the best quality possible, and I'm still doing this off my cell phone, guys. I still ain't broke out that Nikon. Go figure. Anyway, so you guys get you an inkjet printer in your company And usually they come with pigment ink. Like that's like the prerequisite, unless you converting it over or you using a third-party ink, and you gonna make your money with it. Like, but a printer like this don't even need cartridges. Like I say, I'm still using the originals on this one. So if we become friends or you guys decide to mess with me, I might show you exactly how to do that. I mean, but there's tons of videos on YouTube. Just go on there and look at how you refill cartridges or refill kits or whatever and stuff and get going. I mean, but you're gonna need this in your company. Do your everyday prints. Hold on 1 second, somebody is calling. I don't know who that is, but I just sent it to message. So you're gonna need this in your company though to do your everyday printing. I use it for my receipts, my copies, my prints. I also make money on this machine doing faxes because the post office is right next door. They send people down here all the time that need to get stuff copied, faxed, and printed. I do it for them right on this machine. So I'm making everyday little cash. Now some days it might not be but a couple dollars come in on it, but some days it might be $15 come in just on having this printer right here. So if you guys running this in your business, you can just connect it right up to your phone line. That's why you heard it ringing. Make you some money on faxes. Boom. I use it for doing my shirts, so you definitely gonna need that. And you can use it for doing cheap obituaries. Now when you want to get into giving people some quality obituaries, you might want to invest in a laser printer, but this will get you going. Just like I just showed you that obituary or that funeral program, beautiful quality. I did that on a printer like this, and actually it was an older model, so this quality is actually better, but I'm not using that paper no more because I got the laser printer. Y'all gotta check into the last video to check that one out, but it's by the same people because I like that quality. But you know, anyway guys, I believe that is it. I appreciate you guys coming through, checking in with me, hanging out for a little while. Hope to see you again next week or later on this week. We dropping videos every Monday and Friday at 8 o'clock in the morning, so definitely make sure that you check back with us. We need you guys to subscribe, little ugly boy. We need you guys to hit the bell for notifications. We need you to check us out on social media, on Facebook and Instagram, also to follow that group. Oh yeah, hold on for a second, this dude trying to get past with his little lies. Oh, okay, go ahead. So, we're gonna convert our actual Facebook page over to be a private group, guys, for all of you people who are interested in learning how to do this stuff. We're gonna break it down to you, show you how we're using this equipment, show you how to make these shirts, show you how to do printing, show you how to make banners, show you, well, all these videos from this one you're watching until the first talking video has actually been going through a series of all the equipment just to show you guys what I bought to be able to do this business. So, you know, I'm finna change that group over soon. I was thinking about starting a new group and keeping that one, but I'm like, I already got people that's there and people that want to know stuff and always ask me. So why not just convert the audience over, step it up a notch, do something a little bit different, and bring you guys this value. So that's what we're gonna do with that, guys. Like I said, I believe that's it. You know, I already said subscribe, hit the bell, follow, like us on social media, check us out on our website if you want to get some of this dope apparel at techbotcustoms.com. And that's it, guys. So we're gonna check you guys again next week or later on this week, and you know how I always do at the end of the videos, right? Love and respect one another, okay? Peace.